see that? Wonderful, thank you. Okay, so as mentioned, I'm from Camosum College, and Camosum College is located in Canada, Victoria, British Columbia. And this is a picture of our international students that we have here from a few years ago. And this is a picture of our downtown area in Victoria. As you can tell, there's lots of beautiful flowers and it's lots of colorful. And this is a photo in the background of our legislation parliament building, so where our government buildings are. So it's a lovely, lovely city, lots to do. And we are the capital of British Columbia. So most of you might have heard of Vancouver. And Vancouver is a bigger city. And it's only about an hour and a half away from Victoria. So 1.5 hours by ferry boat and 20 to 25 minutes by plane. You can choose how you'd like to travel. And our population in Victoria, although it might seem small, it's a fairly moderate sized city for Canadian standards. Our population is just under 400,000, which means that there's lots of things to do on the island, lots of activities, lots of people to meet, but you're not going to be overpopulated where it might be a little bit too hard and lonely to meet some people. And we have some of the best weather in Victoria. We actually have a summer weather about 25 degrees and our winters are averaging about 5 degrees. So compared to the rest of Canada, where it might be a little cold in the winter, we are very, very lucky to have really nice weather throughout the year. And you can do activities in Victoria throughout the year. And in our province, British Columbia and Victoria, we have some of the lowest unemployment rates. What does that mean to you? That means that lots of people get jobs in Victoria. We have lots of employers who hire international students in Victoria as well. So if you're planning to stay in Victoria or in Canada and work after and apply for a post-graduation work permit, it's very good chances of you getting employment after you graduate. All right, so this is a photo of our Victoria area downtown. So right now it's spring, and right now we have the cherry blossoms out. And it's so beautiful because no matter pretty much where you walk in Victoria, you'll see some beautiful cherry blossoms all through the city. And our downtown area, as you can tell, it's really kind of like old Victorian style, like European style. If you ever been to anywhere in Europe, it has that charm, of the little streets and shops and coffee shops and shopping you can go. And then there's a picture right at the bottom there. That is our inner harbor. So right downtown is where all the beautiful flowers are, and you can walk along the seaside and take ferry boats to local shops again. So it's a lovely city. Again, it has a really nice charm to it. And you can do activities throughout the year, which is really, really nice. All right. And now moving on to Camosum. So Camosum as a school and as a college, we offer 4 different types of credentials. So we offer diplomas, which are 2 years. We have associate degrees, which also are 2 years, and they're usually 20 university transfer courses. That's what an associate means. And we have bachelor degrees, which is 4 years, and a post-degree diploma. And a post-degree diploma is when you already have a bachelor degree, a 4-year bachelor degree, and you're looking to have a specialization in a program. So we offer that at Camosum. All right, so some of the popular programs I'd say at Camosum that I see for students coming from Japan is most of all, I see interest in university transfer programs. I'll get into these a little more in detail, but I just wanted to provide you with the list of ones that are very popular. And we have information and computer system, 2 years, interactive media developer. These are technology programs, and they're very, very popular amongst our students. And the employment rate, so after you finish these 2 programs or in 2 years, is very, very high. We have lots of students that stay in Victoria and work in Victoria in these fields. The other 2 are early learning and care and community, family, and child studies. That's if you'd like to do a role that you're working with the community or working with small children. these two-year diplomas are really great for you. And then we have in business, we have diplomas and degrees, so 2 years or a 4-year bachelor degree. We have hospitality management, and we have sports and exercise programs, both a diploma and degree. I'll get into it with more detail with those, but this is the list I wanted to provide all of you, just so you can kind of see of the popular programs we have at Camosum. All right, so at Camosum, we have 2 beautiful campuses. So our school is located about 20 minutes or 15 to 20 minutes from downtown. This is our Lansdowne campus, and that's the one that's located about 15 to 20 minutes from downtown. And overall, our campuses are about 20 minutes from each other. So it doesn't matter what campus you are, we have actually shuttle buses you can take from each campus. But this here is a photo of our Lansdowne campus, and it has our arts programs and some of our university transfer programs right here. And you might be wondering, oh wow, this looks like a great school. Can you tell me a little bit more about the students there? Why Camosum is so popular? Well, at Camosum, our student body is 19,000. It's actually probably a little more now. And about 10% of that population is international students. So we have quite a few international students and quite a few students from Japan that are also coming to Camosum. And we have an average classroom size of a 24. And why is that important? That's important to you because you have more time with your teacher and you have more time for your studies and you have more time to make friends with your peers. The best feedback I've received from my students from Japan is the support that they get from their teachers. And that's because the classrooms are an average of 24 and they have time to spend that help and setting with you. So it's really, really nice to have that extra help with your teachers. Our education is portable, which means that you can go anywhere with it. You can work in Canada while you're studying, and you can also apply for a post-graduation work permit with a lot of our programs. So there's lots of advantages as to why you would come to Canada and why you would choose Camosum. And this is a photo, again, of our second campus, Interurban, so 20 minutes from each other. And Interurban is more so where you have our business, technology, health and human service programs, and sports and exercise programs. And really, Camosum takes pride in what we deliver to our students. It's high quality education. We actually share a lot of our teachers from local universities. So our teachers are really well established. They present to our students really knowledgeable skills. We prepare our students to get jobs. That is the purpose of Camosum. We teach our students relevant skills, which means that when you are ready to graduate, you can go get a job after you graduate. It is so important to us that you have these applied skills and learning in applied learning because we want you to have a job after you graduate. And a lot of our programs have co-ops and internships, and our co-ops and internships, you actually get paid while you're in them. So that's really fantastic. And we have practicums in some of our health programs. However, practicums are not paid, but our co-ops and our internships definitely are. So not only are you getting the education in class, but you're also getting the hands-on applied learning throughout your education with co-ops and internships. All right, and a fun fact, we actually had Japanese royalty, yay, come to Camosum. That's really cool. Princess Ayako actually came and studied at Camosum in 2013 till 2015. So she has come to Camosum, she spent some time with us, she really liked it and acknowledges the wonderful friendships that we have between Canada and Japan. And we are so amazingly grateful to have more Japanese students come our way. So I hope that you consider Camosum throughout this presentation and when you're ready to choose your school. All right, so again, I mentioned the relevance and applied learning and why that is important to Camosum. I'm assuming a lot of you are going to school because you'd like to have a job and a career after. Well, in Canada, we actually need lots of international students. So if you'd like to come and study at Camosum and do a program here, and you'd like to apply to work here after, we would love to have you as a country. We have what's called baby boomers, and our baby boomers are essentially people who are ready to retire, and we have lots of jobs coming available, and we need international students to help us fill these jobs. So Camosum College is a really well-known college in Victoria and in Canada. So if you have Camosum College on your resume, you will get hired fairly quickly. And right now, unemployment rates are really high that we really do need students to help us build that gap. So if you're considering Camosum, this is a perfect time to come study at Camosum because we have a need for you as international students to stay here and apply your skills and work here after if you'd like. All right, so I mentioned briefly university transfer on that list of popular programs. So at Camosum, you can actually come and study, pardon me, at Camosum for 1 or 2 years in a university transfer program, depending on the program and the school you'd like to go to. And then you can actually transfer into a university either into 2nd or 3rd year. So that depends, again, on the program and on the school you would like to go to. But Camosum actually has partnerships with the local universities. So we have partnerships with University of Victoria, University of British Columbia, Royal Roads University, and University of Simon Fraser. So we actually have built this partnership with these schools to make a transition from our students in the university transfer program very easy, and for you to be able to transfer either to 2nd or 3rd year. All right, and we have arts and science also that we offer a diploma and certificates. I would probably recommend the diploma programs. Ones that I see quite popular are applied chemistry and biotechnology, and I see virtual arts quite popular as well. So those are, I'd say, arts and science ones that I think are quite popular that I see students from Japan interested in. If you're not sure of what you'd like to study, but you want to study something and you want to do a 2-year diploma, I would recommend the arts and science studies because you will have more choices. You could choose what courses you'd like to make up your 2-year diploma, and it gives you more advantage to see what you like. All right. And then we have engineering and technology. And these are the 2 programs that I mentioned to you, the information computer system and interactive media developer. Now, these programs are very, very popular. They are quite intensive, so that you, pardon me, you have to be ready to study, but they are very, very well established programs, and the job opportunities for these programs are amazing. They actually have a work term in the program. So you actually get to work and see what it's like to do this profession while you're studying in the diploma program. The computer and information systems, it's more so to do with, I believe, databases, administration, background knowledge. And then for interactive media, I think it's more of the graphics, game testing. So if you want to be like a game tester in your profession, something like that. So it really depends on your interest. And then at Camosum, we also do offer engineering diplomas. So you can actually come and study a 2-year to 3-year diploma in engineering at Camosum. We don't offer degrees, but we do offer 2-year technology diplomas. Now, just because we don't offer a 4-year degree doesn't mean we can't help you get that 4-year, get that bachelor degree if you're desired to do that. So at Camosum, we offer engineering bridge program, and the engineering bridge program helps you transfer over to a university, either University of Victoria or University of British Columbia, because we have partnerships with them, and you can study in our bridge program for 1 year and transfer over to 3rd year at one of these schools. The advantage to this is that perhaps maybe you don't have quite the grades, or you're not ready to go to university right away, so you'd like to start at Camosum and do the diploma, and then you like to take some time for 1 year to transfer into third year, we do offer this. And it's nice because if you do start with Camosum, you also get a diploma credential. And then you continue on and you also get a 4-year bachelor degree from that school. So it has some advantages. It's very much an intensive program, but it is worth it if your goal is to be an engineer. You're just not quite ready to go into it right away at a university. All right. And then we have health and human services. Now, I kind of mentioned a few of these. Again, I think the most popular ones that I've seen for Japanese students is early learning and care and community, family, and child studies. They're 2-year diplomas. So for early learning and care, it's more if you would like to work in the field of children, age 5 and under. And then community and family and child studies is more broad. So if you'd like to be a youth worker, community worker, senior worker, you have more choices in the level of career you go into. So that's the difference between those two programs. And we do also offer certificates in a medical lab and dental assistants and healthcare assistant. I don't typically see too much in the healthcare assistant interest because it is 7 months and it's not eligible for the post-graduation work permit. So I don't see too much interest in that one. All right, and then we go on to the sports and exercise. So at Camosum, we're actually very privileged to have an amazing institution where we have a gym that we have Olympic and Paralympic athletes actually train at Camosum. So they come to Camosum to train for their competitions. And as a student in a program in the exercise in the sports and exercise program, you get access to this gym because you're a student there. Most people would have to pay, but you as a student in one of these programs get access to this amazing, amazing Olympic gym. And the programs that we have at Camosum are massage therapy, and you'll see massage therapy on the side. It says diploma because we only offer a diploma. So there's only a 2-year diploma in massage therapy. And then you'll see it to your other side in gray that we have athletic and exercise therapy. And that's a 4-year bachelor degree. So there's no 2-year, it's only a 4-year bachelor degree. But in the middle, you'll see that we offer diplomas and bachelors in sports management and kinesiology. I'd say kinesiology and sport management are both quite popular. It depends what you'd like to do. What is your goal? So if you'd like to be more of a diet and exercise and people's bodies, I'd say go to kinesiology. But if you're interested more in the business aspect of sports, so you want to be a manager of a team or something like that, I'd say sports management would be a good program for you to go into. All right. And then we go on to business. So we're very lucky at Camosum. We offer business certificates, diplomas, and bachelor degrees. So we have a bachelor degree in accounting, finance, general management, and marketing. So it's really, really up to you what your focus is and what you like to do as a profession. And we offer quite a few choices there. We do have a diploma in hospitality management. So that is a very special one as well. If you're more into tourism and working in hotels and things like that. And then if you are not thinking that you want to do a diploma or you want to do a 4-year degree, maybe you already have a 4-year bachelor degree. That's great, because if you do, you can try and apply to one of our post-degree diplomas. Now, as mentioned briefly, a post-degree diploma is a specialization. So if you already have a 4-year bachelor degree, you can come and specialize, pardon me, in one of these programs: accounting, general management, human resource management and leadership, and marketing. Now, the nice thing is, if you have already a 4-year bachelor degree, it doesn't matter what your degree is. For example, I have a bachelor degree in sociology. I can still apply to general management if I want to have more of a specific focus and specialty in general management. So that's really nice. So out of these 4, you can have a background in any sort of 4-year bachelor degree to apply for one of these post-degree diplomas. The only special case is the applied tourism, where we actually would like you to have either a business background, hospitality background, or 500 hours of experience in that field. So that's the only one that still has a special case with the post-degree diploma. All right, and we also have ESL and upgrading at Camosum. So I'll go into the English proficiency and what we need, but if you don't have English proficiency yet at Camosum, don't worry. We do offer ESL programs at Camosum, and they're 4 months or 14 weeks, and we have intakes throughout the year, so we can help you and strategically help you with the ESL and your intake date for your program. So we have it in September, May, and January. So it really depends on what program you're in and what level you are in. And we also have academic upgrading. So we have it in biology, chemistry, math, and physics, which is really handy because sometimes, you may not have math 2 and math B. So we might need to see if you have to do some upgrading at Camosum. And if it's okay, I'd like to just show a very, very, very quick video. And then I'll wrap up my admission requirements and we'll do some questions. And I hope I'm doing okay for time.
Camosum College の良かったところはすごい生徒の多様性があってっていうのは、この生徒が世界各地から来てるのでいろんな考えに触れることができてとても良かったと思います。あとはそうですね、インストラクターがとても近いので、クラスの規模がとても小さいので、そこで質問などがあったらすぐ聞ける状況環境なのはとてもいい部分だと思いました。
Okay, so that's that. I'm just going to go back to my PowerPoint. Oh, and I guess I lost where I was. There we go. So this is wonderful. So this is Mario. I absolutely adore him. He is one of our students at Camosum, and he's been such a great student to have testimonials from because he is really loving his experience at Camosum. He's been really nice to share his experience with us because I think it's important for you to get that feedback from him, an actual student. So he is lovely. So if you ever come to Camosum, I think he'll probably be graduated, but if he still maybe is around, you should ask him how he likes his experience at Camosum. And yes, so I'm very, very thankful to Mario for sharing his experience at Camosum. All right, so we've talked about the programs and what is popular in our campus and Victoria. So now you're probably wondering, okay, great, Nina. Well, what does Camosum offer on campus? What can I do on campus? Well, Camosum is built with everything you would need to study. So we have libraries, we have bookstores, we have coffee shops, we have cultural activities, we have social groups, and we have lots of opportunities for you to meet one another and meet fellow classmates and students at Camosum. And sometimes, you might need some extra help. So we have academic advising that you can arrange with your academic advisor. We have gyms if you like to work out and go into the gym and do some classes. We also have help centers for your English and your writing or mathematics or sciences. And I really do appreciate that we also offer counseling to our students. So sometimes you're coming to Canada, big shock, you're having lots of different experiences and you just need someone to help you talk it out. Well, we also offer that with our team at Camosum. So we hope that everything that you find at Camosum will help you throughout your journey at Camosum and help you have the best experience possible, because that's what we want you to do. We want you to look back and have an amazing time in your studies at Camosum. All right, so admission requirements for Camosum are you have to be a high school graduate, so 17 or older. And if you're older than that, so if you're 19 years old, that's okay. Maybe you're not a high school graduate. That's okay too. We'll just have to look at your documents to see if there might be some upgrading or what you might be needing before we can go ahead with your application. And at Camosum, because we do have lots of popular programs, it is a first come, first qualify kind of basis. So if you are interested, please talk to your team there. Get them to connect with me and send me some of your supporting documents and the program you're interested in, because it's really good to get that quickly so we can hopefully work on getting you a seat and as fast as possible, because other students might come and take a seat that we need for you. And we also need proof of English as one of the requirements, and program specific. And what I mean by program specific is maybe you need, again, the biology, the math, or the physics, depending on which program you're interested in. So that's what I mean by that. All right, so proof of English, we accept IELTS, TOEFL, Cambridge, PTE Academic, but my personal favorite, and we just talked about it earlier before we started the session, is Duolingo. So if you are taking Duolingo, we need a score of 105 for general admission, so which is most of the diploma programs we talked about. If you're going into more of the health or the sports and exercise programs or the post-degree diplomas, we do need a 115. But for general admissions and diplomas, it is a 105 for Duolingo. All right, and how do you apply to Camosum? Well, there's two steps. So first step is to talk to your educational consultant, and they can reach out to me. We'll look at your supporting documents and we'll see if you're eligible. And if you are, and you're okay with what things are set and you want to proceed with your application, you can apply through Education Planner VC. That's an online portal that you select Camosum and you select the program, and we get your application through this. There is a 100 Canadian dollars application fee that comes along with it, which is not reversible, and that's why we offer to look at your documents beforehand, so you know before you apply what your status is of your application. And the Education BC Planner is just more of the formal application process. All right, so again, this is something that I can offer, is to work with your educational consultant and look at your supporting documents, which is your transcripts, your English proficiency, your passport, to see if you meet requirements and what your status is before you apply and do the Education Planner VC step. And you might be wondering, okay, what if I stay at Camosum? What if I study at Camosum? What does that look like for me financially? And this is just a sample of our one semester for open enrollment programs, and for our ESL programs. So just an example, this obviously fluctuates because things are different each year. But this is an example of what your tuition and living and books and rent might cost you at Camosum if you're coming and studying at us and living in Victoria. And I would probably recommend having a roommate. Living can be hard in Camosum to get a place to rent right away as an international student. So lots of students do come to Canada and they have temporary boarding, so they have either Airbnb or they're staying somewhere temporarily until they meet someone, and they usually meet someone in their class or in camps or on campus, and then they become roommates and they find a place together. So there's options to find accommodations that way. All right, and last but not least, kind of similar to what I showed you, is we actually have a feature on our website. So if you go on our website, a little window will pop up and you can talk to our current students and you can ask them their experience and ask them questions about Camosum. So please feel free to reach out to them. That's what they're there for. They are our Camosum ambassadors, and they're there to answer any questions you may have about living in Victoria, taking classes at Camosum, personal experience. Feel free to chat with them. That's what they're there for.